This time, we're doing a Dynasty live draft, the inaugural draft of the official Dynasty League here on the channel. But this is a 14-teamer. We don't do a lot of 14-team drafts, but we have 14 of us, me and 13 other subscribers here on the channel, diehards, guys that have won spots through last year's Patreon League, etc. Big super chatters, everything you can think of was considered in accumulating these 13 soldiers in this fantasy football battle. And we're going to drop this draft live here on screen. I'll show you the board. It's crazy looking at this 14-team board. It's just Dynasty. We'll be doing the Dynasty rookie draft year after year on the channel too. So that will be something fun to look forward to watch as a viewer and to partake in as a member of this draft. I imagine next year we'll create a second one, a second Dynasty League. This will be always the official, first Dynasty League of the show. But we'll be breaking it all down and more. It starts in T-minus 1 minute and 13 seconds. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now. File on in.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday,
8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks. Live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern every single Monday through Friday. Live at midnight Eastern almost every single night. We are here to draft. We're here to do it live. We are here to smash this draft and hopefully provide you some quality Dynasty content that is featured and focused on Dynasty. Now, of course, we're going to have some redraft implications. We're going to have a lot of conversation. A lot of super chats will come in, phone calls, etc. Phone calls not until the end. I'm not going to take phone calls during a draft while I'm answering super chats while I'm trying to build a Dynasty. We'll take it step by step here. Hopefully, there's not a lot of crazy reaching, and this thing gets out of control real quickly. It's Dynasty, so it's going to be weird. It's going to be probably all over the place. We are beginning here. The draft will commence, and it'll start right now. 60-second timer. Move on over. Dan is on the clock. I'm drafting from the 6th spot in this 14-team Dynasty draft. 14-team. It's going to be very, very interesting how this goes down. Jamar Chase goes number 1. Vampy's on the clock with the number 2. The 4 and 5 are not online right now. I hope they show up. 46 seconds, 45 seconds for Vampy. We'll see what he does with the second pick in this Dynasty inaugural draft. Yeah, look, there's so many good players here. I'm not worried about the 6th pick at all. While I'm tempted to reveal my strategy, I think I'll wait. I loved it. You got, Gibbs is a great pick. You got these 2 picks right here. JJ Neighbors Lamb. If you were in a Dynasty, because longevity wise, you're looking at wide receivers. There's nothing wrong with those 3 wide receivers. So I got JJ or Lamb if I want. I could go. I mean, this is fantastic. We've got Chris from Vegas on the clock with 48 seconds. And then your boy's up. Lamb, JJ. Who do you guys prefer? Lamb, JJ, or Genty? Put it in the chat. I mean, there's not really anybody else to consider here. Those are 3 amazing options. Okay, Genty. So do I go Lamb or JJ? Lamb or JJ? What are we doing here? Lamb or JJ? Vote in the chat. Lamb, Genty, JJ not close. JJ, Genty, Lamb. Lamb all day. JJ. You guys are all over the map. Man, they're both so amazing. I don't know what to do here. I'll be honest. Lamb, JJ, Lamb. I think I'll probably go. That's a long-term move. Worried a little bit about the hamstring. Not going to lie. I'm going to go JJ. You can't go wrong with JJ in a dynasty. You can't go wrong with Neighbors in a dynasty. You can't go wrong with Genty in a dynasty. You can't go wrong with Lamb in a dynasty. JD 5. Woo! I mean, you love the conviction, but first round QB in a 1 QB dynasty. Okay. And this is a 1 QB. This is not a super flex. 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 2 flexes, and the 14 teamer. So this is gonna be some thinned out teams, I'll tell you that. Hamstrings won't affect you in Dynasty. Chill. No, Brian. Why do you think I did it? Jeez, man. Jade Daniels. Merritt's still there. Krosky Merritt is still out there. He's still sitting there. Yeah, Josh, that was early, bro. Get burrowed, gets Boward. Get burrowed, gets Boward. Bucky, okay. Wow, this is wild. 14 teamer. You know, part of it, we probably should have thought this one through and said, 14 teamer, maybe we dialed back the flex. But we added it. We voted on it. We went with 2 flexes. But it's going to be an interesting lineup. We're going to have some interesting motherfucking lineups. 14-team dynasty. Sacrifices will be made for the future. Krosky Merritt's still out there. Bill's still there. Some of you think you know too much ball, though. Monra and Nico over BT is laughable. Bro, there's still arguments to be made there. I mean, let's be real. You're acting like you Smitty, I went against you. I went Amon-Ra at 9, CMC at 12. Bro, trust your gut. Let's see what happens here. I kind of feel like that 12 pick's going to get screwed in the 3rd and 4th round, but at least you get 2 really big monsters, Yeah, Krosky's still there. Let me hit these super chats while we wait. It's such a long wait between picks. I think I'll be okay hammering these out here. Week 1 flex, Ibuka, Sutton. Probably Ibuka is the higher risk, higher reward, and Sutton's the safer play. I probably lean toward Ibuka myself, but another league start, Pickens, Hunter, Debo, or Breece Hall. I would say Pickens is probably your safest play there. Your highest risk, highest upside player would be probably, Hall is definitely high risk, high reward. I think Pickens or Debo is your safest play. And there's a nice mix of upside still. It's not like it's a, low upside, low floor or something like that. Rate the team, 10 team. Penix, Bijan, Chase, Brown, Hendy, Harvey, Sharps, Ollie, London, MHJ, Adams, Buka, Coleman, Kraft. Yeah, bro. I mean, love the squad. I don't think there's a thing you do to this other than, you just wait a little bit, potentially trading Adams later, maybe one of those bench running backs marinates on the bench a little bit, but I'm not trading Chase Brown or Hendy or Harvey or Bijan or anything like that. So you just kind of roll with it. Josh Allen, timeout. Joey, time's out. Time's out with the quarterback. Joey, it's a dynasty. Hey, look, go to your queue, Joey, and uncheck the auto draft. This is probably the best auto pick you could make in terms of at least scoring points. Because you're going to score a lot of points at least. You got Bucky, Josh Allen. Wait, marinate. wait. What is the sit, wait, marinate? Sit, wait, marinate for that bench, bro. We need to get that button made. Sit, wait, marinate. Thank you for that. Frankie with the $10 hauler. Sup, Smitty, 10-man. 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex. Knicks, Bucky, Hendy, Jamar Chase, London. Wow. Adams, Warren, bench. Okay, you two, everybody else of these benches, you got these immaculate benches, and you just got to wait on it, bro. Just got to wait on it. There's nothing you can do. You can't sell them high or low. So you're waiting for that bench to explode, and then we're going to trade up. But I would try now JCM and Adams for like one player or whatever, one bigger, better, stronger player. You know, maybe you can use Adams to upgrade Knicks because you can throw Buka into your lineup. So that's probably where I'm headed with that one. But, you know, waiting isn't a bad idea as well. Wow, these picks, this is getting the reaches. Look at Hendy going at 2.4. Holy smokes. You got to ask yourself if you're willing to, I mean, you're willing to play for the now. How likely are we willing to play for the now? How likely are we willing to play for the now? Blackbeard on the board here. Jeez, man. This is it's already gotten so thin. Look at all these, and there's no. These are all just they're the best players, but usually there's a little bit of fat in between. You know, so it's like there's just no fat left on the bone at all. So everybody's just taking, you know, the top dogs. Everybody's top dog. You know, you see a player out there. There's older players out there. Do you play for the now? You know, get burrowed. God, you know I can't stand. God, you guys always leave me, guys. McBride or Puka Nacua, and I hate that you leave me. The one guy I don't really want in Dynasty is Puka Nacua. McBride, Puka Nacua, and the reason I don't want Puka Nacua is he's so injury prone and he plays so aggressive, which I love. He's got heart and soul. What are we doing here? I feel like two very good players, like pound for pound. I'm crushing the draft pound for pound. But we'll see what happens. Barkley. Okay, so Chris from Vegas says, I'm just going to try and win now. Rashee Rice. Whoa. Whoa. Well, I mean, okay. I'm not mad at you. This one here from Jergsy. 12-man PPR. Penix, Genty, Bucky, MHJ, Sutton, Kyron, Kraft, bench, Buka, Debo, JCM. Like the squad a lot. Obviously, your bench is just loaded. You're just trying to get rid of that Debo, JCM, you know, Buka, all that stuff. Just try and trade it up, my guy. Try and maybe upgrade Sutton. So just take a bunch of stabs. Upgrade Penix Jr., although I like him. I'd rather try and upgrade Sutton. Like Sutton. But Sutton or MHJ using a Debo, using a JCM, using a potential Benson if he does climb in value. Probably my first thought would be JCM or Debo or both to get Sutton upgraded. Go after BTJ, go after London, go after, you know, guys like that. Or put Buka in your lineup, right? You got MHJ, Buka, and then you're upgrading Kyron's in your flex already. Yeah, it's Sutton. Upgrade the Sutton spot. Probably give you like a 7.9 out of 10. As soon as you make that move, you're like an 8.4 out of 10. Is Matthew Golden a league winner? He could be. I don't say a league winner, but I'd say he could be very, very targeted. and play a lot even better than I gave him credit for at the beginning of the offseason. He's growing on me because the opportunity's there. Not necessarily because I think he is one of the best prospects, but I mean, his reads now totally looking shaky for the entire season. Reed probably gets shut down at some point. Auction complete any changes. Week 1, Mahomes, Bucky, Hendy, Harvey, Sharbs, Scattaboo, Drake. It's a good team, bro. I don't know. Probably say I sit on this team, or I'm trading, getting Garrett, making sure you're getting a book in the lineup, but you're trying to maybe trade like Garrett Wilson or Debo, potentially. You're almost waiting for the bench value, my boy. Oh, Knicks. Woo! Doggy. This is a wild draft. This draft is so wild. Maybe you're trying to use Debo and Garrett Wilson together to upgrade, bro, into like one stronger, better player. You know, Drake and Igbuka are the guys you want in there anyway, right now, in my opinion. So, and honestly, the rest of it's amazing. You could just sit on this and let those values climb, bro. Garrett Wilson should go up in value. Debo should go up in value. Hunter should go up in value. All these players will go up in value. Just wait on that team. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. Marinate on it. Because I think you do too much too quick. You're going to sell those guys before they go up in value. You wait, everything goes up. Would you trade Genti for Igbuka? No. Why would you do that, Hitman? Absolutely not. Wow. Pet McMillan. Okay. There's so many older players left, and it's like nobody's jumping on it, and you can't blame anybody. Like, what are you supposed to do, you know? Yeah, I don't know why you would ask that question, my boy. Hitman, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Rate my team: 10-man, Allen, CMC, Hendy, Amon-Ra, Monte Adams, Kraft, Connor, Golden Ollie. Going back-to-back championships. Attaboy. We got Igbuka. Wow. This is crazy, man. I don't know what some of you are going to do with. Jeez. I like this team. You're going for another championship, so if you believe in those two running backs, or CMC specifically. All right, look at Chris from Vegas going for the win. He's going for the win. Guys, who do we take here? Harvey or like Mahomes? MHJ? What do you like here? Need a running back. You guys know I believe in Harvey. I like the balance, you know. I mean, Harvey's really, really early. But I don't want to not have an RB. I don't want to sit here without an RB. JJ, McBride, Harvey. Brees Hall, no. I mean, I like him, but no thanks. Ricky Parasol. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Harvey? Yeah, what about him? Yeah, Chris from Vegas is going for the win this year. I mean, you almost have to like say to yourself, do we all just start drafting? Because he's also gonna potentially be done for years, real soon. He could also be done real soon for years. I like my squad. I mean, I have a 6 to 10 running back in my mind in Harvey. I got a 1 or 2 tight end in McBride. I think he easily could be the number 1 tight end. So could Bowers, but they're both just neck and neck. And I've got maybe the number 1, number 2, number 3 Dynasty wide receivers, so I'm feeling fine. Krosky Merritt is still there. Lamar. You know, it's tempting to go quarterback, but then again, it's like you know how long you're waiting. You're waiting so long. MHA is so much more value than Harvey. That's according to you, bro. The world does not revolve around you. How is Gordon still there? How is Krosky Merritt still there? You guys are gonna get somebody. You're gonna get somebody to say. You know, part of me thought about going the same route as Chris from Vegas, and you look like a genius for a year. But his team is going to be struggle in mighty fashion real soon. Brees Hall, nice value. It's nice value, and you got nice balance. You and I have a similar build going on. I got JJ, McBride, Harvey. You got Bowers, Ladd, and Hall. Get Burrowed and I are burrowing the same way. Same construction. I love all the know-it-alls though when you get into a dynasty draft. I would pick Ibuka next if he was still there. if I'm lucky enough and Krosky Merritt falls, I'll take him. He's still there. Adunze's so early too. Woo! Wow. Oh. And it's believe me, it is hard to do what Chris from Vegas did, to burn a pick on a veteran, because I mean it's a tough balance. It is a tough balance. Hurts, London, H-Han. Tristan, not bad. London, H-Han, Hurts. I like that 12 spot. That 12 spot or the 14 spot might have been the way to go. Wishing for that one. Chris from Vegas is building a short-term dynasty. Short-term. He's going to run the table for a year. He's going to run the table for a year. Yeah, Arch Manning looked bad. Rate this team. So, yeah, I'd say with this team, you know, depends if you want to keep CMC. I wouldn't. I would trade CMC into a Bucky and something, into a H-Han and something. H-Han's so doubted right now. I'd smash that downgrade, and then move Waddle up a little bit. Move Devontae Adams up a little bit. Go after a BTJ. You get go to the BTJ owner, the London owner. See what you can get there, bro. See what you can cook up. And then you can upgrade that Adams or potentially even the Waddle spot, you know. But I would say this team right now, as it stands, in a 10-man, Adams, Amon-Ra, Josh Allen, CMC, Hendy, it's probably a 7.5 with the chance of you know, being a lot better with one move. One strong move, my boy. One strong move. Tristan with the early Tyler Warren pick. Woo! I love Tyler Warren, though. More to come on that. Dynasty, H-Han for Harvey, Debo. I think in Dynasty, I'd rather have the H-Han value. But honestly, Debo and Harvey are solid. But it's just, you know, how much time do you have in Debo, you know? Trade Nico and DK and Monty for RJ, Hendy, and Hunter. Probably say yes, I would. Hendy, RJ Hunter, solid. That's the move to make. That's the move to make, my boy. JT fell pretty far. That was a nice move here. J-Mo, Mahomes. Man, I don't know. This is a wild-ass draft. Crazy. Even their ADP rankings are just jacked up. Oh, man. Should I trade CMC 1.7 for Bucky and yes, I would make that trade, Nelson. Do it live. I don't even know where to go from here. This team is absolutely. This draft is absolutely crazy. I don't know. I don't even know what running backs you would take here, to be honest with you. And remember, this is a 14-teamer, so this is practically like we're in almost round 5 right now. This is like we're in round 5. Will Snipe Selly dropping 5 gifted memberships. Will Snipe, appreciate you, my man. Will Snipe Selly dropping the wad.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Selly, appreciate you. This is a wild draft. Krosky still there? Guys, what do I do here? Autoed on CMC. Woo! What do I do here, boys? James Cook. Okay, so Walker's there. Chuba Hubbard's there. T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Flowers, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, George Pickens. Jeez, this is thin. I don't want to hear anything about like, oh, that was a bad pick. There's nobody left. Chuba is still pretty young. Walker's still pretty young. Walker, Chuba. Walker, Chuba. Evans. T, not bad. Shelly says redraft PPR. Would you rather have Nico or London? Probably London. Yeah, in all formats, really. London's on his way. London's on his way. Absolutely. Rate this team 10-man. Traded Kyron, Hampton, Ibuka. Yeah, probably Hampton Ibuka for me. Team is now Patty, Penix. Nice job. Nice job. I would say your team's definitely looking like a nice, 7.9, 8.0 potentially. One more move, you're an 8.0, but love the trade. Smitty approved the trade. I was joking on my last super chat. I have Burrow, Genty. Okay, just making sure, my boy. London. Should I upgrade away from Jonu? Yeah, but depends what you got to give up. Judy for upgrade, sure. Trading away like London or Nico or Genty, no thank you. Or Burrow, no thank you. I'm not worried. I'm scouring the waiver wire, getting Fannin Jr. or Ben Sinnott before they rise up or something before I'm making a weird move. I like the team, though. It's a really good squad. And then this super chat here, Should I trade JT Bowers for Bijan? Goddard. Chat, JT Bowers or Bijan? I'd probably say Bijan Goddard, but man, it depends what you think of JT. If JT has like another 2 or 3 years. Dan breaking my heart with the Charbonnet pick. Damn you, Dan. But like, Dan, if he's not the starter, you're in some trouble. You know? That's an early pick. Dan just breaking my heart. Just breaking my heart. Should I trade JT and Bowers for Bijan? Please vote on that. Man, you guys are wild. This is insane. This is insane, man. I don't even know who. I don't think anybody's got a shot. Chris from Vegas is just taking all the old dogs. Chris, you better not leave the league after this 1 year, though. He took Genty and then Barkley, Henry, Evans just to win the league this year. And he's going to bail. Yeah, I'm going to dial back some of my leagues, guys. I'm going to have to step away from this one. Chris, we're going to need Chris from Vegas. We're going to need some entry fee up front, bro. Should I trade JT Bowers? Did we vote on that one? Keep Bowers. Are you dropping Sharp for Ollie? No, bro. Chubbs. You just both of them. Your answer is both of them, bro. What do you think, Smitty? I'll have to review this in a second here, Chubbs. Let me get to these other super chats in a second. I mean, obviously, guys, my goal was to get Sharps and Walker, and I got sniped on the early smash, which is wild. Look at Chris from Vegas with Tyreek Hill. Chris, you better not leave the league. Jeez, man, you're going to have no one left, though. It's insane. I mean, we're all playing for second place at this point. For year one, anyway. Jeez, man, you guys are crazy. I don't even know what to do here. You guys are wild. This draft is insane. Devontae Smith.
Come on.
I autoed onto my queue, but I think there's some nice upside in Devontae Smith in a dynasty with AJ Brown's knees and everything. So feel pretty decent about this team. I mean, it's no Chris from Vegas, 1 year wonder team that he's putting together here. Chris from Vegas better not leave. I mean, you're literally going to be donating your entry fee to everybody. Maybe you go 2 years. You could. It's possible. But good Lord, you're going to have one player left in two and a half years. Wow. So my squad, if I could go back and undo the Walker pick, I would potentially, maybe Dan and I will make a trade. I mean, Dan's got, until Sharps is starting, he's got no running backs. But I definitely, let's go with these two $20 super chats here. First $20 haulers from Grippy. Grippy, appreciate you. I'm sorry, Drizzo. Drizzo's the first $20 hauler. Let's hit that bunk bed $20 hauler. Double smash. Boom.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Thank you, gentlemen, for the $20 haulers. Let me read these real quickly. Drafted today, May, Genty, Chase Brown. Devontae Adams, Blackbeard. Now you didn't leave him for Chris from Vegas. What are you doing, bro? That was Chris from Vegas' guy. What are you doing taking Adams? You got no business drafting Adams. Blackbeard, the problem with like a team like Blackbeard's, which is very good, is you start taking Adams and play, like anybody trying to play for this year is going up against a losing battle. Then again, it's like, you know, Chris from Vegas could get hit with all the injuries right away. Like Henry could drop off, Barkley gets hurt, Evans drops off, Tyreek Hill drops off. Can you imagine if he doesn't win this year? Can you imagine? And so, you know, playing for second place, waiting for those guys to fall off at the same time, and then winning the league, Blackbeard might be onto something. Might be onto something. Drafted today, May, Genty, Chase Brown, BTJ, McConkey, Tyler Warren, and Igbuka. Benches, Tet, Harvey, Pearsall, Sharbs, Mason, Caleb Williams. Thoughts. Moves to make. Hampton went 2.1. Lamar 2.3, and then QBs and rookies flew off the board. I like your team. Genty, Chase Brown's awesome. BTJ, McConkey's fantastic. Warren's great. Igbuka. I like the squad. I mean, obviously Harvey on the bench is painful to watch. Pearsall, you could trade. Sharbs, let the value ferment and then maybe flip it. Mason's good value to move. From your lineup, if you were to try and make any moves, it'd be upgrading Drake May if at all possible. Pearsall or Mason and Pearsall. You know, maybe Tet McMillan to upgrade May into a top 5 QB. I think you can afford to do that, especially with Harvey and Pierce. I try and keep Tet McMillan as much as I could, or Tet McMillan and McConkey. And you throw in Mason. Tet McMillan and McConkey for a massive wide receiver upgrade. You know, London, Lamb, BT potentially, Lab McConkey and Pearsall for an upgrade to like London. You know, you throw in Tet McMillan, you should be able to turn McConkey and Tet into maybe like a JJ Lamb-ish player. You know, throw in Mason, throw in Pearsall, and get that done. But your team looks phenomenal, bro. You don't even need to do a single thing. Honestly, that's an 8.0 out of the gate. And then maybe you're able to do something else. Smitty, can you rate my team, please? 12-team redraft, full PPR. QBs are Nix, May, running back Genty, Hendy, Hampton, Sharbs. Bro, that's a good squad. London, Buka, Hunter. I mean, your wide receivers are off the hook. Your running backs are off the hook. I'm not trading a single thing. Love Bo Nix. Fantastic squad. Even Kraft is a nice option. This is a 8.3 out of 10 out of the gate. And I don't touch it because you have players that are only going up in value. Even if one doesn't, let's say Hunter slumps for a couple weeks or doesn't get unlocked until week 4. You're still waiting. All the other players will ferment and grow in value on the bench. So nice job. Phenomenal team. Love the squad. Drizzo, appreciate you as well. I really appreciate you as well. Worldwide with the $20 hauler. Feel bad for the grandmas in my league we drafted tonight. One flex. 1 QB, 10-man. Genty, Bucky, London, Hurts, Garrett Wilson, Hendy, Harvey, Buka, Rice. Jeez, bro. Team's a freaking 10-man. Genty, Bucky, London, Hurts, Wilson, Hendy, Harvey, Buka, Rice. I'd say like 8.9. 8.9. Because it's a 10-man. Everybody's stacked. That's 8.9, and you're not trading any of that, bro. Just let it sit. Let it sit. Walk out of the week 1, and I'm going to get to the rest of the Super Chats as soon as I can. So just please hang tight. I will get to them as soon as I can. There's a lot of good talent on the board. They're just older. Joey going so early with the Ollie. You guys are... If there's a sleeper on the channel, you guys are just putting on a blindfold and just grabbing him. Jeez. Some of you guys are snagging these players so far ahead of their Dynasty ADP. I don't even know how you attack a draft like this. This is so wild. This is insane. Wow. Who's the next veteran that Chris from Vegas is going to draft? Is he taking... Probably Kamara. If someone leaves Kamara for him, he's taking Kamara. Trade me. I don't even know what you do here, boys. This is ridiculous. The crazy part is, like, it's all snipage. You know, people taking people too early, but it still leaves you with nobody once you get down. Like, the 5th round feels like the 7th round. You know, we're now in the 6th round. It feels like the 9th round. Drop Mims for Ollie. Probably, yeah, bro. Oh, my God. St. Brown, Hampton, A.J. Brown, J.T. Flowers, Mayfield. I like your team, Aloha. It's pretty solid. I don't even know what to do here, boys. What are we doing here? I mean, this team is just... You got like Olave, Judy, Luther Burden, Reed, wide receivers. Kamara's there. Monty's there. Okay, there goes Kamara. I mean, Kamara's a nice pick here if you're trying to win. Debo Samuel. I'd probably say, what do you guys think about Benson? I mean, he's going to go now that I mentioned him, but what do you guys think about Benson? Benson ain't bad here. I really like Benson for the future. I think it's his team. I'm going to probably grab Benson here. Go Trey Benson. So Walker, Benson. I mean, if I could undo my Walker pick, I might. I will say this. There's 3 avenues for Walker. Walker either starts and goes ballistic and he's awesome. Because he is. He's an amazing player. Or he ends up sharing the work. Sharps goes nuts and they trade him. He's not going to go to the bench, but he's going to share the work. Sharps plays better. They trade him. Or he gets hurt and then no one wants to trade for him. And he's sitting there, or they move on from him, and he gets another shot somewhere. But he gets another shot as a recovering injured player. So hard to say what's going to happen there. Should I have taken Chuba Hubbard in hindsight? Probably, but we'll see. But Dan needs Walker. I'll tell you that. Dan needs Walker bad. Or I need Sharps from Dan. But Dan has no running backs. And Dan, there's not much left. So I don't know what in the hell you're going to do with your team. So you take in Sharps. The guy that has all these, like, well, trade him. He's available. Bro. Joey, I don't know anybody's going to pay the price tag you want them to pay. What do you think, Smitty? 1 to 10, 12 team. Fields, Penix Jr., Genty, Hall, Hendy, Harvey, Neighbors, Worthy, Buko, Warren, Kraft, JCM. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid team, bro. Bigsby, too. I would say, thank you, appreciate it. You rock, bro. I would say you're definitely in good positioning here. Would I like you to maybe consider upgrading at QB, taking a look at that? Sure. Maybe you're waiting for the values to climb. I mean, I want Buka in your lineup, right? And if he's in your lineup already, then you're good. If you've got to sit one of those RBs though, I think trading potentially JCM or Worthy with, let's say, Hall or Harvey for a much stronger monster is maybe the way to go. But I don't know that I'm doing that again. A lot of you, I'm telling you to wait. I think it's smart if you wait, unless you get the right deal. You could always have a conversation. Like if you went to somebody and go, I'll give you JCM and Worthy, or I'll give you, whatever, Kraft as well, because you got Warren or whatever. You do some sort of trade like that. You could maybe upgrade Worthy or Hall into Kyron or into potentially Hampton, or you can move Worthy up into a BTJ-ish territory. Or if you like Ladd more, you could do that. Then again, Worthy could be just as good as Ladd. Vampy's got a wide receiver room for sure. And he's still got decent RBs. Maybe him and I do a trade. Potentially. Because I got Benson. What did Chris take last time? Okay. Yeah, Chris from Vegas is just going for the W. Going for the W this year. Travis Kelce. Okay, so on the clock here. Olave. I don't even know what to do here. There's literally nobody. There's just literally nobody. This is insane. This is insanity. $15 seconds. There's no receivers whatsoever available.
Oh, come on, dude.
I mean, this is round 7, which is really about when a 14-teamer is more like late 8, and with the sniping it's more like 10. Between Benson, Tootin, and Harvey, I think I got some trade value too, but this is crazy. Rasheed went so early. Bro, everyone went early. This is insane. Kraft over Kelce. Maybe. You can maybe argue that. Depends what you're going for. If you're Chris from Vegas, you're all in for this year. I mean, Chris ain't messing around. He's not drafting for the Ridley. Nice pick. I almost went Ridley. It's a good pick, but definitely this is such a tough draft. such a tough draft. Like, do I think? Yeah, 14 team is wild. Do I think that I have a great team? I don't think anybody has a great team, except for in the redraft sense, Chris from Vegas. I think everybody just screwed everybody. So we don't even know. We don't even know who's got the best team. I mean, the one slot you've got amazing top 2, considering, and then it just goes off the rails. And then at the 2 pick, it's solid. I mean, Vampy's going to survive pretty well in this flex format, and if he gets enough out of Connor, he'll be pretty good. Vampy's got a solid team. This team right here from the 3, Gibbs, Puka, Tet, Chuba, is pretty solid. It's solid. It's it's got its problems. This 4 slot with Neighbors, Rice, Igbuka, Higgins, Golden, Scat. I mean, how is that team going to survive at running back? Chris from Vegas is probably winning the entire league this year but what's he going to do? What's he going to do when he better not leave the team? You draft this and then bail after 2 years. That's a crazy team. Chris is going to probably try and give us a call and go, guys, I got to cut back on my leagues. And we're going to all go, bro. Chris might be the only guy that's got to pay a couple years in advance. Barkley, Henry, Evans, Tyreek Hill, Kyler Murray, Kelsey. You literally cannot sell any of those guys in Dynasty for anything. So he's my team, JJ, McBride, Harvey. Honestly, love that start. Love it. I mean, Harvey's so undervalued. So undervalued. Joey cuffing the Brashard Smith and Pacheco. I mean, Brashard Smith this early is crazy early, but like I understand why he did it. Might allow him to sell Gordon off to the highest bidder, but like at that value, you better not expect 6th round value back. Team number. So my team, I got JJ, McBride, Harvey, Walker. I still love Walker. Walker's 24 years old. Walker is the same age as Harvey. He's still got a lot left in the tank. But where's he going to go? Does he get traded? Does he go to Chicago? Does he get traded to Houston? Does he dominate in Seattle and everybody's writing him off? Hard to say. But not. I love Benson. Devontae Smith's the future in Philly. I mean, AJ Brown's probably on his last year before he starts really suffering massive injuries if it doesn't happen this year. His knees are they've been cutting into him for years. So Devontae Smith's nice. I think he's a better long-term option than people realize in Dynasty. Trey Benson and Tootin, I don't know. Those are shots I took because it was literally, we're talking about such a thinned out player pool at this point. Who the hell knows what who's anybody taking at this point? It's just a wild. This should have been the Wild Wild West draft. This is crazy. Super chats I'll get to in a second, guys. Jacoby. I don't even know. I mean, I'm looking at the board here, and it's like, I mean, jeez. There's nobody left. This is so wild. It's crazy looking at these rosters. I mean, 14 team is rough. 14 team is really, really rough. Tesla at round 8. I might have to unlist this video. Yeah. We did you have your draft? Is there evidence of what happened? How good? How skilled are your technicians, Smitty? I can't find the video. Jeez. Wow. I don't know. It just my team's okay. I don't see how anybody could love their team. Team 11. Team 11's pretty good. I don't know about pulling away, bro. Literally, Dunze in the third round's wild. You know, Pacheco, Gordon, Brashard Smith were all rounds early. I don't know about pulling away, bro. No one. Honestly, I have no idea normal ADPs now thanks to this draft. These drafts have been wild, bro. I don't know what to say. Brian Robinson Jr., that seems right. Chris from Vegas, that seems par for the course for you. Braylon Allen, okay. I can't believe Tesla went at 8.7. Jeez. I like him, though. It's fantastic. He's huge. Big energy, big hands. I don't even know where to go from here, ladies and gentlemen. This is quite the draft, quite the ordeal. I don't even know who I would take at this point. This is insane. Well, we'll see what happens at this next pick. I don't even know what I'm going to do. This does not feel like the 8th round. I mean, 14 teams do that to you, but this feels like around 15. I'll get to the super chats as soon as I can. Chubbs, like this team. All right, I got to get into this other. I got another draft going too at the same time. Draft begins in 3 minutes. I'm drafting from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spot. This is Miss Smitty's work league. He's drafting from the 2. They planned it right during this. Javonte Williams, okay. Dan, you're going straight RB, trying to make up for not going RB early. I don't know, man. Warren, Javonte. We will see. Take Jerome Bettis. It might be a good pick here at this point, bro. This team is crazy. I don't even like this team at all. I mean, I like it. I just don't. I don't know. I need Walker to get traded to the Bears and have Ben Johnson use him like a madman. Yep. One minute to go on my other draft. Smitty team isn't that bad. Well, it's not that it's bad. It's nobody's as good, bro. Nobody's as good. The even like team, I think maybe the best team, at least started that way, was Team 12 with London, Achan, Hertz, and Warren. But then it just becomes very mediocre after that. But everybody's does. Like you could judge any team and go, that team's bad. But like look at everyone else's team. Once you get into like the fifth round, it's 14 team. So it definitely thins out. I mean, honestly, Walker, Devontae Smith, Benson, like there's some goodness to my squad. Walker just needs to go somewhere. I invite you to a draft. These are all available to you. You're the one dropping the ball and not getting in. Horton is a good pick, yeah? Okay. Miss Smitty's on the clock. Lamb and is Lamb still there? Go Barkley. Hold on. Go Barkley. I'm drafting in Miss Smitty's draft right now. Okay, Lamb is there. I like Lamb, but I also love Genty. Okay, I'm gonna go Lamb. Partly because, God, I Yahoo's so bad. How do you view the board? I can't stand the way that their setup is. How do I view the board drafted? Results. There we go. I can't stand Yahoo. Okay, so this is a 12-team draft this year. It was 10 last year, but it's 12 people this year in Miss Smitty's work league. We'll see who falls to me. Genty just got taken at the 10. Kind of wish I had a later pick in that draft. I'll be getting to the super chats in a minute. Just trying to organize this draft and do those, or it's impossible. So you're just gonna have to wait. I'll smash them out after. So just hang tight. $50 hauler. 20s and 50s get immediate attention as always. I will continue to do that. Thank you for this $50 hauler, my boy. Dropping the wattage on the channel, on the live stream. Cheap. I got your $20 hauler here too as well. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Let me handle these two real quickly. And I think there are no other 20s waiting. Thank you very much for dropping those. This $50 hauler almost on the clock here. Malik Neighbors just went Bucky. Man, Bucky went. That sucks. I was really hoping Bucky would fall. I can't stand Yahoo. Yahoo, you can't even see straight. It's a big cluster. Don't even know what I'm looking at. I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's just like so hard to read. Brock Bowers. McBride. I'm just queuing some people. Kyron. Obviously going to be able to get Hendy late in this draft. Achan's there. BTJ. Nico. Let me make this pick. Okay. I got Lamb so far. It's so tough to pass on. W's. Okay. $50 hauler. Let me answer this $50 hauler here. Smitty, bro, what's up? What do you think of my team? Genty, Chase Brown, MHJ, Garrett Wilson, Sutton, Travis Hunter, Krosky, Merritt, Sharbs. Love the team, bro. Garendo, Mike Gesicki, Blue. This is the order I drafted them in. So you went Genty, Chase Brown, MHJ, Garrett Wilson, Sutton, Travis Hunter, Krosky, Merritt, Sharbs. I like the team, bro. Fantastic squad. Looking smooth. Smooth operator, my boy. Absolute fire. Only thing I'd even be looking to do is potentially just wait on Krosky, Merritt, and Sharbs. But if I could trade Krosky, Merritt off the hype now with Sutton or Garrett Wilson to improve that spot, I would. That would put you on a whole nother level. But love it. Don't trade Hunter on the cheap or anything like that. Let me go to the results over here. I can't stand Yahoo's board. It's so disgusting looking. The board isn't bad, but the list, like, you don't even know what you're looking at. This is a good squad. I like it, bro. You're just waiting. You're just waiting. That's a good squad. I'd say even in a 12, is this a 12-man? I would say you make that one move, you're above the 8s. You need that move, though. That one move will be the trick for you. But definitely make sure you're not selling Sharbs or Krosky Merritt low. Like, let them go do some damage in week 1. HN will be the CMC of last year. I mean, I don't know about that. Look, we love Gordon on this channel. Gordon's a monster. Gordon is a monster. Miss Smitty's almost on the clock. What's Miss Smitty have? She got AJ Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs so far. I wish I could help her draft this right now. I feel bad. Kyron's still there. Hampton's still there. I like the way the ADP board is on Yahoo, though. Like, there's so many good players available. I wish I could help her draft right now. I feel awful. Who's she taking, though? Who's she taking? Miss Smitty's got Gibbs and AJB so far. Who's she snagging? Smitty, can you rate my team 0.5 redraft league keeper BTJ? All right, who did she grab? I don't know who she grabbed. Kyron's there. Kyron's there. My team so far is Achan and CD Lamb. JD5, obviously I love, but I'm going to go ahead and shop later. I'm going to go Kyron Williams. Okay. And this team, Smitty, you rate my team. Genty, BTJ is your keeper. That's fantastic. McBride, Hendy, Garrett Wilson, Buka, Rasheed Rice, Charbonnet, Kyler, 8.0 minimum. No moves to make whatsoever. Only player I'd even contemplate upgrading would be Garrett Wilson, but for what? What are you going to trade? You know, and a lot of you have Sharbs and Ollie Gordon on the bench. You can't trade them now. You're waiting. You're waiting to get that potential London or something, bro, later. But that team is freaking fire. On the clock here. I'm just going to take Herbert. I bet you that's who Supa wanted. Because he's got no quarterback right now. Maybe we'll cook up a trade. But at least I won't be down and out of QB. Doing it live. draft is crazy. All right, I'll be right back. Be right back. All right. I don't even know what to do here in this draft, guys. This board is insane. This draft is insane. I'm on the clock in Miss Smitty's draft. Harvey or Hunter? I got plenty of RBs though, but I still want Harvey. So far in that draft, I have CD, Achane, Kyron, Trey Henderson on the clock. I'm probably gonna, man, if I could maybe still get Hunter though. That's kind of why I'm thinking maybe punt, but then again, he'll probably go. There's some Denver Bronco fans in here too, though, I think. I'll go Hunter. Chris from Vegas still scooping up all. Look at this. What's he doing? Cup, Diggs.
Oh, come on, dude.
Reed. Man, this is just ridiculous. Nobody left. What do you guys think? Did I go Godwin here? There's nobody left. Do I go Godwin here? I don't know. I mean, it's literally so late. I hate drafting Godwin at all, but like this is so late. Might be worth it. God, Chris from Vegas, bro, you're gonna have nobody left. You're gonna have nobody left, and Supa, you better make a QB trade because you're gonna have no quarterback. I don't even know if I'm going to stream the rest of this. This is crazy because like we get into the 17, 18 rounds. It's like I don't even know what we're going to do there. I may just start answering the super chats. Streaming the rest of this draft is almost... You know, part of me wishes we didn't make it as many rounds and as big a roster as we did. I don't even know where to go from here on that team. All right, let me go back to my other draft. I'm on deck in this draft. I might have to run out, help Miss Smitty. Devontae Adams is there. Egbuka's there. I'll probably go... I'll probably go... I'm going to go Rashee Rice. So my team... And then who's there at QB? And of course Mahomes is gone. Did they already take Bo Nix? Because this is there's a bunch of Bronco fans in here. Ingram's already gone. Where did Bo Nix go? Brock Purdy went? Oh my god. Brock Purdy went in the 5th round. Patrick Mahomes. Bo Nix went in the 3rd round. I didn't even look at that because I've been paying attention in our work league. 3rd round. Oh my god. So I got Rashee Rice, but there's no shot. Let me go help Miss Smitty. I had to help Miss Smitty with her squad. A lot going on here. A lot going on here at Casa de Smitty. I'm really hoping I don't miss out on Buka. So my draft in this particular draft here is CeeDee Lamb, Achane, Kyren. CeeDee Lamb, Achane, Kyren, Henderson, Travis Hunter, Rashee Rice. Miss Smitty took Pacheco. I told her Jamo Williams next, maybe. All right, let me hit these super chats here. Sorry, guys, it was tough during a draft to answer all these, so I apologize that you've been waiting, but it's kind of hard to do all that while I'm drafting, so I'm trying to get to them all now, as this draft is completely going to a crawl. 12-man half PPR, Knicks, BTJ, Adams, Bajan, Bucky, Henry, Ertz. Any moves to make? Probably just say, this is a great team, by the way. Henry, I'm trying to get rid of. He's an old man, and he's got probably the 1 year left. You got Rice is fantastic on the bench. Buka, I want to get in your lineup. So probably what I'm trying to do is upgrade Henry into a Genty. Oh, I'm on the clock. Is Book still there? He's there. Book is still there. Okay, Buka is on the team. Probably trying to get rid of Henry and Adams together for one slightly better player. And I don't even care if I'm going like lateral to Genty, everyone's going to say. You give up on Adams for that, you get Buka in your lineup. I mean, your team, you got Rice and Buka sitting there. You got a embarrassment of riches. I'm trying to get rid of Henry. I want Genty. I want potentially a Gibbs or a Bajan, but I don't know that you're going to get that. Genty, to me, is the number 3 running back. So I'm going to trade Henry for Genty. If I got to give up Devontae Adams to do it, I'll give up Devontae Adams to do it. Would I give up Rice? Probably rather wait on that one, but yeah, sure. I mean, Adams is older, likely to get injured. Buka, Denver, Waddle, Aaron Jones, Debo Samuel. Man, I was hoping Debo would fall. There's a Niner fan, though. This Niner fan I probably took Brock Purdy. He's the one they took in the 3rd round. I can't believe they took Brock Purdy in the 3rd round of Miss Smitty's work league. Yeah. 12-man, half PPR, Knicks. Yeah, good team. That's what I'd do. Hendricks, appreciate you for dropping that super chat. Smitty, rate my team. 10 team. Murray, May, Achane, Hendy, Brees, JCM, Ollie, London, Neighbors, Pickens, Ridley, Pitts, Hunter, Henry. Appreciate you. Like the squad. Probably looking to maybe move JCM. I love the receivers. London, Neighbors, Pickens. JCM and Ridley for one player. JCM and Ridley even and Brees for one player. Get Kyren, get a slightly better player there. Past that, I mean, 10-man league, your receivers are so off the chain. Your running backs are fantastic. Kyler Murray's still pretty good. Like it's probably an 8.0 even in a 10-man league. You pull off a maneuver though, like that, you're gonna be in the money. 14-team PPR, says City, and I think he's referring to this super chat right here. And you're saying Yahoo gave me a D. Well, they always give me a D, bro. Don't worry about that. Hold on, let me draft real quickly. On the clock in 2 different drafts here. I'll go Jarquez Hunter. Take that, Kyren owner. Who is that? Josh. Josh, you should have. Josh, hit me up. Got Penix Jr., Hunter, Ridley, Gibbs, Henderson, Harvey, Buka, Rice, Benson. Love it. Love it. Let's upgrade Ridley using, well, I think you're just waiting. Holding pattern, my boy. Benson, Gordon is going to be your meal ticket to a trade. Rice, Buka, love it. Team's phenomenal. I assume, I don't know if that's your bench. I don't know where your bench starts and begins, but it's a solid squad, bro.
Come on.
Who did Miss Smitty take? She's on the clock. Hold on. Got a lot going on. A lot going on right now. A lot going on. Yeah, I gave you a D grade. I'm sure they did. Don't worry about it. Gibbs, Henderson's amazing. Penix Jr., Hunter. I'm just trying to get Ridley upgraded. And you might wait. You might have to wait on Benson. You might have to wait on Gordon. Would I potentially throw Harvey and Ridley together now? Sure. Would I maybe? I don't want to trade Buka, though. Rice and Ridley now together, sure. But I'd rather just wait for Benson or Gordon to gain enough value to trade. I think that would be the ultimate move for you. Miss Smitty's on the clock again. She's got Jahmyr Gibbs, A.J. Brown, Burrow. Hold on, Miss Smitty. I don't have a quarterback in this draft yet. Not this one, the other one that I'm drafting. Fields. Man, they've scooped up all the QBs. But Miss Smitty went with Ferguson. Got offered Hampton and Dunze for Hendy and Pearsall. I would probably rather have Hendy and Pearsall, but it's arguable. It's tough. I'm used to ADP on here, and then all the sniping gets me confused. Yeah, the sniping on here is bad. It's really bad. Trade Neighbors, Brees for BTJ and Harvey. Probably rather have Neighbors and Brees, but that's really close, bro. Would you do Bill and Olave for MHJ? Yes, I'd take MHJ in a heartbeat. Rank these flex players: Ibuka, Hendy, Garrett Wilson, Hunter, Harvey, JSN. Probably Hendy, Buka, JSN, Garrett Wilson, Hunter, Harvey in that order for right now. You know, obviously that can change. Trade my worthy on the clock. I don't even know what to do here. What's my team looking like? Go Isaiah Bond. I don't even know what to do at this point. This is insane. Insanity. Trade my worthy Ingram, JCM, or Mason for JSN Bowers. Of course, bro. Worthy Ingram, JCM, or Mason, either one. Just let him pick whichever one he wants. JSN and Bowers. Bro, you could... Bowers is worth more than that entire side. You're getting JSN as well. Like, I don't even understand that. If you're cooking that up, it's going to get rejected. The door's going to get slammed in your face. But if someone's offering you that, that's insane. Best QB, Penix, Fields, Stafford, Ward, Tua. I guess I would say give me Penix Jr., bro. Then next up I would say Fields. But I like both those options at that stage in like a draft somewhere. Any thoughts on how to draft a 2 QB mandatory 3 wide receiver league? Yeah, just go QB early in round 1, and if you have a late pick, I mean, Bo Nix is awesome and at the top of 2, but you got to go potentially. You definitely have to get a quarterback early, but I do go back to normal quarterback draft or non-quarterback drafting for round 2, round 3, round 4, if possible round 4, and then it's Penix Jr. or Cam Ward. That's your saving grace. That's how you win a league, I think, in Superflex or mandatory 2 QB. So Penix Jr., Cam Ward is really the ultimate. As far as everything else, just take it as it comes. Take it as the board gives you the value. I'm on the clock here in Miss Smitty's league in a second. Man, Kyle Pitts is he's so far down on this Yahoo ranking. It's crazy. They think he's trash. Maybe he is. Running backs left. Tootin's there. Benson. Wide receivers are getting thin, although I'm pretty good at wide receiver. I'm not real worried about it. I've got really good wide receivers. I'm just trying to see if there's anybody hiding in the ranking here. I'm on deck. I mean, I like Tesla. I like that later. Tesla and I need a quarterback pretty bad. Do you guys like I don't know if I should just wait on a quarterback, continue to punt it, or just don't take a gamble and grab Penix Jr. now. Probably should just grab him now. The only player I would maybe miss out on would be Tootin, but I don't even know. Did I even need him? It's just Penix Jr. is not even showing up anywhere, So far down. I'm just going to do it. I don't want to risk it. Sorry, I took Penix Jr. Super Flex League mate wants my Hampton and BTJ for his Olave, Harvey, and Dak. I wouldn't do that. I mean, in a vacuum, I wouldn't do that. An option for one of the either Garrett Wilson and wait, what? And an option. I hate these option things. It's so hard to figure out. half the time. Dynasty Superflex. My Hampton and BTJ for his Olave, Harvey, Dak, and an option for one of either Garrett Wilson or Hunter. So you get Hunter, Dak, Harvey. So Harvey. So I guess in a Superflex, if you needed a quarterback, it does make sense to get Dak, Harvey, and Hunter for Hampton and BTJ. In a Superflex, if you needed a quarterback, Jared, it makes some sense. That quarterback side makes sense. I don't love it. It's a hard trade to pull off, to be honest, but it's solid. 10-man Superflex, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back. Miss Smitty's on the clock. Hold on. On the clock. Bro, we're all over the place here. Why not? Tism Bond. Do it live. This draft is wild, bro. Take calls right now. Hawk, does it look like I could take calls right now? I'm helping Miss Smitty draft. I'm drafting in 2 different drafts, and I'm handling super chats. Hawk, I can't do phone calls right now. We'll be back tonight to do phone calls and maybe underdog drafting. But hang tight. These teams are crazy. Can you help me out with my team? Other super chat. Andy, I'm trying to go through them as fast as I can. I'm in the middle of 3 drafts helping Miss Smitty and handling all the super chats while I'm doing this draft. So I just got to know that while I'm in the middle of a draft that the super chats are going to be a little harder to read on this particular show. You know, I'm getting through them. I will get through them, but I'm going through them in order in which to receive, my boy. I want to say you're like, I don't know. You may have just dropped it. And Andre, you just dropped it. you're in the queue. 10-man super flex, 2 wide receiver. Oh, I'm on the clock. Go Trey Benson, and then I'm going to pick you-know-who next in that draft. 10-man super flex, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 2 flex, 1 super flex. I got JD5. I got JD5, Fields, 2 flex, super flex. Okay, T-Lot. So love the quarterbacks. London, Wilson, Worthy, Hunter, Rice, Kyron, Hendy, Harvey, JCM, Ingram, Love. How is it looking? Triple H, yeah, moves or hold. Probably holding this team, bro, until you can potentially. I mean, Worthy and Rice are working for you together. Hendy, Harvey, Kyron. How do you trade any of that? JD5 and Fields are phenomenal. If I could trade JCM to upgrade Fields a tiny bit, of course I would. And then, you know, JCM to upgrade Wilson slightly, I would. And that's it. I mean, you're just waiting on this. This is an 8.0 out of 10 just because of the depth that you have. It's a phenomenal squad. Definitely love that team, bro. That's unbelievable. Nice start. Fantastic. Need to drop 1 for a defense. Benson, Scottaboo Blue, Tootin. Probably going to drop right now. You're dropping probably Blue. You can't drop Benson, Crod. That's just not an option. And then 12-man trades, Genti, Bijan, Dak, Pickens. Probably Probably not, bro. Pretty Ricky's a nice sell right now. Pretty Ricky to get Devontae Smith up just a smidge. Probably what I would do if I was you, my boy. I hope I didn't make a mistake passing on taking one of my favorite picks in this draft. In this other draft. I don't know how to feel about this squad, to be honest with you. This draft is a debacle. This is one of the most painful drafts I've ever been a part of, to be honest, to be completely frank. Not only that, we're all stuck with it. We're all stuck with this reach fest here. Not even sure how I feel. This team, I stuck with the JJ, McBride, Harvey, Walker, Smith, Benson, Tootin, Penix Jr. I don't even know. I'm not even excited about this team. This team feels awful. They all feel awful. 14 team is rough, though. 14 team was a kick to the sack. But then on top of that, the reach-a-thon that took place really made it difficult for everybody. But everybody but Chris from Vegas, who's drafting the oldest team we've ever seen drafted in the history of a Dynasty League. And we're gonna have to make this guy pay like 8 years in advance. Genty, Barkley, Henry, Evans, Hill, Murray, Kelsey, Diggs, Cup. The oldest squad ever assembled. And of course, I'm on the clock at the same exact time in both of these drafts. There's nothing left. It's so bad right now that Tom Brady's listed on the first page. I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Super chats. All right, I'm going to go back over to this screen. I'm tired of looking at that big board. I don't even know. Does anybody like, aside from Chris from Vegas's win now team that will fall apart after 1 year, does anybody like any of the teams? It's like they're all kind of rough. I want to be, I'm going to making trades. I think a lot of us have to make trades. I think it's the only option. The Charbonnet owner, Walker, we got to make a trade. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I got to either send or receive and make something work. 12-man, 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Mahomes, T-Law, Genty, Hampton, Harvey, Tracy, Javante, Ibuka, Juwan Jennings. Craft, any recommendations? 12-man league. I like the squad. I'm trying to maybe get rid of Higgins and potentially Tracy. Higgins and maybe. I mean, there's not much you can really move with Higgins though. Higgins and I don't know if you could upgrade Hampton even slightly. I'd consider that. Higgins and BTJ. No, I don't think I'm a BTJ. There's not much to really do here. I'd say that this is like a 7.3 or 7.2 team. Not because it doesn't have good players. It's just there's not a lot of depth to trade. I mean, Juwan Jennings, Cup, Keenan Allen, no one's trading for those guys. Javonte Williams, Chubb, no one wants those guys. Tracy's even hard to trade. So I guess Harvey and T. Higgins, and if that's Jaden Higgins, then it's even worse. But I think it's T. Higgins because the fact that he's listed before Ibuka. Higgins and Harvey, and you might have to wait until Harvey has some big games, might be able to get you one bigger player. And then at that point, it's like, yeah, maybe you still, maybe you still. It's possible you can. I don't know. It's possible you can pick up some players too to fill the voids that you might be creating by making that 2-for-1. But I think at least gives you a big monster you can put in that lineup that helps you compete. $10 hauler. Smitty ranked his team 12-man, 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. Almost on the clock here in this draft. Kyler, Genty, Hendy, Harvey, Etienne, Ollie, Marks, London, JSN, Debo, Rashee Rice. Very good team. Nothing to move. You got to wait on all that. You can't trade Rashee Rice. Unless you were to move, like, let's say, Debo and Harvey for one big monster, or JSN and Debo for one bigger wide receiver that was BTJ-like. If I could do that, I would. If not, I'm waiting on Rice, and your team is a 7.5 until Rice returns. When Rice returns, it's an 8.0. So the question is, are you 4-2 when Rice comes back, or are you 2-4? Whatever the case may be, you'll live and die by that Rice, value. But I think it's great value, and I think your team will definitely not only float while you're waiting. I think you'll do some damage. 12 team, 1 QB, 3 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 flex. Mahomes, Genty, Hampton, Harvey. Mahomes, Genty, Hampton, Harvey. Like the squad, my boy. Really solid. I probably need another quarterback. I guess I'll go Cam Ward. 3 rounds left. Wide receivers available in this draft that I'm doing right now. Mims is there. Burden. Thornton. Tesla. I like Tesla. Running backs that are available right now in that league are Sampson, Blue, Woody Marks. I could take Jarquez. Keaton Mitchell I like a lot. Let me tell Miss Smitty one thing. She's got to take Rashard Smith because she has to tell her. I need this draft to end. I need it to end. 12 team, 1 QB, Mahomes, T-Law, Genty, Hampton. Big TJ Higgins, yeah. Yeah, that's what I would do with that team, bro. Love the squad. You don't have to do a thing. You just wait, too. You just wait. But Higgins is the only player I want to move, Ryan. All right, Ran. Thank you. Appreciate your super chat. All right, trying to go. Andre, you wanted your answer. Here you go. 12-man, one keeper, standard, full PPR. Josh Allen, Harvey, Pacheco, Neighbors, BTJ, Worthy, Hunter, McBride, keeper. Sharbs, B-Rob, Godwin, Sampson, any moves. Josh Allen, Harvey, Pacheco, Neighbors, BTJ, Worthy, Hunter, McBride. Of course, I'm trying to move Sharbs, but you probably can't move him now. Sampson's got no trade value. Godwin's got no trade value. B-Rob Jr.'s got no trade value. You could potentially move. Make sure you go get Brashard Smith somehow. Pacheco, Brashard Smith, you have that. You're probably okay there. But would I trade Pacheco and a Worthy for a Kyron or a Bucky or an Achane who's so doubted right now? Yes, I would consider that strongly. Would I wait for Sharbs versus sell him low, absolutely. And if you are able to wait on him, you could easily trade Charbonnet with Worthy for a Lad or higher. Charbonnet, Worthy for no, not even Lad. London, BTJ, shoot higher than Lad, because honestly, Worthy can be argued as being worthy of Lad. Honestly, this is a solid team, but you are one move away from being, in my mind, the league winner. Without even looking at it. Oh, am I on the clock? What did I get? Who did I auto on? Who did I auto on? Horn. I mean, I like him. He's a nice pick. I probably had him on a queue of some sort. Drafting a Miss Smitty's draft right now on the clock. Where's my queue? I can't stand. How do you even see your queue on here? It looks like it's just a big, it's like, there it is, queue. It's like verbal diarrhea. I'll go Tesla. I can't stand Yahoo's app. Is so bad. It just looks all cluttered up. You can't see anything. How many more rounds we got on this draft? 4 more? Jeez. I'm going to go back over here. I don't think anybody cares about these picks right now. 12-man. 12-man, 1 keeper, standard, full PPR. Josh Allen, Harvey, Pacheco, Neighbors, BTJ, Worthy, Hunter, McBride. Yeah, love the squad, bro. Just wait on trading Sharps. Love the squad, though. Team's good. Herbert, Wilson, Buka for Pat, Mahomes, and Nico. Herbert, Garrett Wilson, Buka for Pat, Mahomes, Nico. Chat, what do we think here? Are we going with Herbert, Garrett Wilson, Buka, or Pat, Mahomes, Nico? Can we get a vote on this one, please? What's the chat thinking here? I like drafting on a different platform. I mean, I do, but I just think you can't even see what's going on. It's the worst. It's the worst app, in my opinion. I like the board. Like when you go to the results queue, it's fine. But when you go to the players, it looks like a cluster. Pat, Nico. I'd rather have Nico, and it's not close. Mahomie. The chat is spoken. Go with the Patrick Mahomes. Nico, my boy. On the clock here. 1 minute. I don't even know what we're doing here anymore. These drafts have exhausted me. I'm on the clock here. It's so bad at quarterback that it shows Tom Brady. It's insane. What's my team look like? Gadsden, I guess. All right, let's get to these super chats. Yeah, I got drafted out on these. I'm kind of excited to get back to just content. Chris from Vegas timed out. He drafted so many older players that he had to take a nap. He had to take a nap. All of his players needed a nap. He needed a nap. He thought to himself, let's just move on from here. Let's Chris from Vegas said we need to get our Z's. Ten-man PPR, QB, Kyler Murray, Penix Jr., Genty, Kyron. I can't wait to get back to the content tonight. I like drafting and all, but this is so long. This is such a long draft. Such a long draft. Very painful. This one was probably my least. No offense. I know everybody that's in it, they were really excited about it. And I'm still excited about it. I'm excited to trade. But this was probably one of the worst drafts that we've had collectively as a community because the reaching was absolutely ridiculous. Being 14 teams as well was just a recipe for disaster. That's on me. I probably should have said let's do a 12-man. But I thought I'd get 2 more people involved and make it a little bit more fun for everybody. Teams look absolutely annihilated. Chris from Vegas took all the old players. He's probably going to bail after 1 year. He's already taken a nap. His team looks unreal for year 1, but he won't be able to trade a single player. It's such a good team for the year 1. He's definitely going to win the championship in year 1. Nice job, Chris. Everybody else is fighting for second place. I mean, why even try this year? I'm probably interested in trading JJ for 2 players. So if anybody wants to send me 2 players for JJ, I am very interested. The Charbonnet owner, I would like to discuss. Who is that? Dan Tanner. Let's discuss a trade between you and I. We got to be able to figure out something. Harvey's on the block. McBride's on the block. Jefferson's on the block. Devontae Smith's on the block. Benson, Tootin. The whole gauntlet's on the block. I'm on the clock and miss Smitty's draft. I need a defense. I usually wait, but I'm just gonna. I don't even know if they have rules where it's always. You never know the rules of you can't pick up a defense or anything until I don't know. I think the Jets are going to be pretty sneaky. Seattle, Rams, Cleveland, Dallas. No thanks. New England's crafty. Let's go with, I guess I'll go with the Jets. Okay, that draft's over. This team right here, Kyler, Penix Jr., Genty, Kyron, Breece Hall, Charbonnet, Ollie Gordon, BTJ, Drake London, JSN, Igbuka, Rice, Debo, Evan Ingram. Who would you trade to get Henderson? If I'm trying to get Henderson, I'm not using Drake London. I'm not using BTJ. I would be open-minded to use JSN. I will want to keep Igbuka. I want to keep Rice. I like the fact that you got Genty and Kyron. Breece Hall's tradable. Charbonnet, you got to wait on. Ollie Gordon, you got to wait on. So it would be like Breece Hall, JSN for Hendy and something. I don't think you can trade JSN straight up for Breece Hall. You could try, and I don't want to trade anything else. So it would be Hall and JSN for potentially, a Hendy and something King. So you have to kind of come back and tell me who those players were. But I like the squad a lot. It's a really good team. Let me go through these super chats. How many more rounds have we got? And of course, the sleeper had just like crashed on me. Well, three more rounds. 3 more rounds of pain. Herbert, Wilson, Igbuka for Pat and Nico. The consensus was Pat and Nico. So great job on that trade if you pulled it off. 10-man Superflex Dynasty trade. Guy has Connor and B. Hall. Asked me Hall and Benson for Harvey in a second rounder. I'd probably rather have Harvey in a second rounder, but it obviously it's up in the air whether Hall's going to move or, get some refound value, or if Connor goes down. Benson's a very attractive dynasty piece. I've got him in this draft, and I'm pretty excited about that value, to be honest. 12-man full PPR. This one's from CO3. Appreciate you. 12-man Dak, Penix Jr., Chase, Brown, Hampton. Okay, like that. JJ, Adams, Hendy, Igbuka, Rice, bench, Tank, Ollie, Mims, Harris. Your thoughts? I'm probably trying to move Adams, and I like your RBs. I like your quarterbacks to a degree. Hendy, Buka, Rice. Probably trying to move. I mean, you kind of need everybody right now. I'm probably waiting on this. Would I want to trade Adams? Maybe. Would I trade JJ down to London or BTJ to then upgrade Adams a little bit, or to maybe upgrade one of your running backs into an even bigger monster? Sure, I look at that, but I think ultimately Adams is the only movable piece. Adams and Rice for one monster wide receiver. Hendy's an amazing flex, could easily be your running back 1 or 2 if you wanted, and you could trade Hampton and Adams for one bigger running back. Let's call it Bucky or Achan, or even higher like Genty. I'd probably go after Genty if I can, using that combo. Joel, appreciate you. Joel, best show on the planet. Thank you, appreciate it. I feel like this show is, this show is okay. I feel like I can't wait to get back to content. I think tonight I'll come back live. I think maybe we'll have to see. It's getting late. I'll come back live hopefully and drop a potential Nova or Moonman update, and then we're back to content. No more drafting these drafts. We might draft the redraft Superflex Wild Wild West show though. That would be but that's after week 1. That's the last draft we'll be streaming. And then we'll do underdog drafts at night for sure. But Mahomes, Kelsey, BTJ, MHJ, and Rashee Rice, Hampton, Kenneth Walker, Bajan, Cooper, Krosky, Merritt, Pitts, Addison, Kirk. Like the team, probably trying to trade Walker and MHJ, or Walker and Krosky, Merritt for one slight upgrade somewhere. Kyron, even Breece Hall would be intriguing to me. I went Gesicki. Mahomes, Kelsey, yeah, BTJ. I like the team a lot. Rice, Hampton, Walker. Walker's movable. Walker, Krosky, Merritt, maybe. Walker, Krosky, Merritt, MHJ for a slight wide receiver upgrade. Go get you a London, my boy. London would be nice on that squad. Double A here. Okay, Smitty, league format 12. These teams are all looking the same. JD5, JJ, JSN, Buka, Rice, Chase Brown, Harvey, Mason, Kraft, Mason Taylor. Probably just trying to maybe potentially trade Mason and JSN for I don't know, high 3rd round player. JSN and Harvey for I mean, can you get a Genty Bucky for that? Maybe. JSN Harvey for Bucky and something for Genty straight up. If you're going to go Achan, if you're going to go Achan or Bucky, you might be able to get something back. I like that idea. You don't necessarily need to make a move either. Week 1. Mahomes, Bucky, Hendy, London, Wilson, Buka, Kelsey or Ingram. I'm going to go probably Kelsey for week 1. And Debo, Hunter, Harvey. Probably going to go Debo for week 1 at the flex. Also skipped kicker and defense. Need to drop 2 of 4. I'm going to probably drop Mooney for sure because he's out for at least, you could say 3 weeks, but who knows how much longer. And I'd rather have Scadaboo and Penix than Fields right now in that scenario, but I still love Fields. I like Fields a lot. 10-man PPR, just did our draft. My teams are Genty, Neighbors, Hampton. My team is Genty, Neighbors, Hampton. I don't even know what my team looks like. Yep. One more pick and the draft's over. The pain can end. We can all write our check to Chris from Vegas and then get his upfront advancement. We got to withhold his entry fee in 2026, though, from paying him. Because as soon as we pay him, he's going to send us a resignation letter that says, I'm sorry to inform you that I'm leaving the league. After he drafted nothing but retiree players that are getting their pension already. 10-man PPR did our draft. My team is Genty, Neighbors, Hampton, McLaurin, Worthy, Hunter, Buka, Tracy, Sharps, Pickens, Purdy, Tucker, Kraft. How did I do? Very solid. Very, very solid. I would probably tell you to let it play out. Love Pickens. Would I try and get rid of Worthy and let's say McLaurin and Pickens, or McLaurin and Worthy for an absolute superstar wide receiver? Probably, but that's your only move. You're waiting on Charbonnet. Charbonnet is your potential pride and trade bait glory. So that's what I would do if I was you. 12 team, JD 5, Gibbs, Chase Brown, Ladd, Travis Hunter, Tyler Warren, Flex, RJ Harvey, benches JCM, Jordan Addison, Cam Ward, Quinshon Judkins, Kate Otten, Roma Dunze. Any moves, any roster change, wide receiver to a Dunze or Hunter? I'm going to go Hunter for now. I don't care if he's getting 65%, 70% in week 1 or something. I'm fine with that. Going to go out on the field to get the ball. RJ Harvey as a flex is phenomenal. JCM and Addison are good trade components here. Judkins as well to maybe upgrade, let's say, try to upgrade Ladd if you can. If not, you're probably just waiting on that team. And I'd say it's a 7.9, awaiting a rise of sorts, whether it's on the bench or the best waiver pickup of the year or whatever, and then you're just on your way. But leave room for improvement. You got a 7.9. 12-team full PPR double flex. Rate your team. Knicks, Kyler, Chase Brown, Hampton, Harvey, JCM, Lamb, MHJ, Hunter. Love the team. Love the team. Ingram, like the squad. Trades, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say hold off unless you're trading JCM to upgrade MHJ. I keep Hunter. MHJ, JCM for a wide receiver upgrade, something that's sniffing the bottom of round 2 value-wise. Otherwise, you're just kind of holding, bro. And the problem is there's not a lot to go on in that second to third round. Like, the receivers are all really close. Like, in some cases, you're like, well, what if I upgrade MHJ to Ladd McConkey, who's going top of 3, sometimes late 2? Is it that much of a difference? Might you like MHJ better? Maybe. Andre, standard. Did I already answer this one? Allen, Harvey, Pacheco. I think I did do this one already. McBride's your keeper. McBride's a great keeper. Sharps, yeah, I think I gave you advice to wait on Charbonnet, or Sharps or Pacheco, or Godwin with Pacheco, or Worthy and Pacheco for one big monster. Nice squad. I like it. Love the show. Any moves? 14 team. JD5, Cam Ward, Gibbs, Kyron, JCM, Tet, Egbuka, Keaton Mitchell. 14 teams tough. You just saw us draft a 14 team. It's tough. JCM to get maybe, and I know people love Tet, and I do too. I'm trying to get a bigger player. So JCM and Tet for a slightly better wide receiver. You know, and if you think Tet's better than Garrett Wilson, if you think Tet's better than a guy like Puka Nacua, or a player like, Drake London or whatever, I'd rather have Drake London than JCM and Tet McMillan. I'd rather have probably Jackson Smith and Jigba. I would rather have Rashee Rice than Tet McMillan and JCM. So Rice would be, we need to start talking about Rice as being one of the better buy lows in fantasy, in Dynasty, and redraft. Herbert, Gibbs, Hendy, London, Adams, Kittle, Moore, Ridley, Harvey, Judy, Bigsby, Penix Jr., Addison. Thoughts? Full PPR. You're the GoPro. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'd probably say Adams and Moore, Ridley and Moore and Ridley, Harvey. I like Harvey, but would I trade Adams and Harvey for a monster? Bucky, Genty, Achane, sure. BTJ, yes. Would I trade Moore and Ridley for MHJ or higher? Yes. Ladd McConkey, yes. Last pick, thank God. You know what? I'm just excited for trades. No one in my queue anymore. This draft was a debacle. It's just a debacle. Leave the draft, go into my team and Miss Smitty's draft. My team's pretty good. I got Penix Jr., light of QB, sure. Lamb, Hunter, Rice, Achane, Kyron, Tyler Warren, Henderson. Like Book on the bench, Sharps on the bench, Benson on the bench, Ollie Gordon on the bench, Cam Ward on the bench, Isaac Tesla on the bench. So I'm going to put Rashee Rice down and put Buka in. And I feel good about that. Herbert, Gibbs, Hendy, London, Adams, Kittle, Moore, Ridley, Harvey, Judy, Bigsby, Penix, Addison. Thoughts? Full PPR. You're the GOAT. Thank you. Appreciate you already. I just did that one right. Gibbs, Hendy, so Adams. I'd be tempted to move Kittle too if the price is right. Like you could go to like the freaking Kyle Pitts owner, you know, and potentially say, hey, Kyle Pitts owner, Kittle to you, Pitts, and freaking monster to me. And maybe you're upgrading. Maybe it's Adams into a much, much stronger wide receiver piece, BTJ or higher. Maybe it's Ridley, so you Kittle for Pitts or Kittle for an Ingram. Ingram would be great as well. That's the kind of move that's insane. How about this? Kittle for Tyler Warren. Go to the Tyler Warren owner, and I think Tyler Warren could be just as good as Kittle this year. And we're going to have a video on that later tonight. Tyler Warren, and you're upgrading DJ Moore or Ridley into an absolute savage. That's what I'm doing if I'm you, bro. Appreciate you. Draft tomorrow. Have the first pick. Probably going Chase. Wouldn't mind going Chase and Chase Brown. Yeah, I guess, but I'd rather not in non-best ball. I don't want stacking teams like that all the time. It could be a detriment to you, not a success. People carry that over from best ball. I'd rather and take Josh Allen or Lamar. I'm going to take Josh Allen. I'd rather have a different player like Bucky or Kyron over Chase Brown with Jamar Chase. I don't think I want both players. I like both of them, but if I can avoid it, someone in the Dynasty League, send me some offers. I'll pull them up while we're live. Send me some offers live. Send offers live. Do it live. Why does it say I'm 2 spots over the roster limit? We just drafted. I got to look into that. I don't know why it's telling us that. You're 2 players over the roster limit. Please cut 2 players. Oh, taxi squads. Okay. So we'll put Jimmy Horn on the taxi squad. And we'll put Quinn Allen on the taxi squad. There we go. I was wondering what the hell was going on. So my team is Herbert or Penix Jr., Kenneth Walker, RJ Harvey, JJ, Devontae Smith, McBride. You know what? It looks a little better after the draft, honestly. I'm actually not that... I'm not as turned off by the squad at the end of the day. Godwin I'll put on the bench for who? Thornton? For Benson? I guess I'll put Thornton in there for now. And then Bashal Tootin can't be ready for prime time yet. Benson's probably a little better than that. So I've got Thornton, Benson in the flexes. This is 14 team. McBride, Devontae Smith, Justin Jefferson, Harvey, Kenneth Walker, Penix Jr. I need to make a trade with what's his name from the one spot, Dan Tanner. So Dan Tanner and I need to make a swap. I mean, he needs to either send Charbonnet to me or I need to send Walker to him. Problem is, I don't like these other running backs at all. Here's Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson. Part of me thinks I'm gonna... Dan, send me an offer right now. Don't send me some crap offer, please. Send me a solid offer. A solid trade offer. 10-team PPR. Mahomes, Murray, CMC, JT, Chuba, Tootin, Pet, Worthy, Rome, Diggs, Downs. Like the team. Mahomes, I mean, look, it's good. It's a 10-man, right? 10-man league, 1 QB. Not a huge CMC or JT guy this year, to be honest, but I'd probably still say, that, yeah, look, your team's good. Ted, it's good. Worthy, Ted, Nico. If I could get CMC into a Genty, Achan, or Bucky and upgrade my Tet or Rome into a bigger monster, that's what I'm doing, Ashton. That's the only thing I'm focused on. And you could do it. There's a lot of people willing to take CMC. He's going 1.5 to 1.7 right now. If you love CMC, then just leave your team and let it go through week 1. And then let's address it and come out of week 2. If you like that, don't trade CMC if you love him. You drafted him. Rate my 10-man league. Mahomes, Achan, Bucky, Lamb, Hunter, Hampton, Ingram, Debo, Ford, Golden, Sutton, Ollie, Gordon. Any moves like the squad? Do I think you could maybe Mahomes, Achan, Bucky, Lamb, Hunter, Hampton? It's really good. I'm gonna sit on this, bro. What are you gonna trade? What are you gonna upgrade? Hunter. I don't want to trade Hunter. I don't want to trade Hampton. I'm not trading Achan or Bucky or Mahomes. There's really nothing to do unless you're trading Ollie Gordon later or Golden and Debo now. Maybe upgrade Ingram into... I don't mind upgrading Ingram, and I think it's an upgrade into Tyler Warren. Doing something like Sutton and Ingram for Warren and something. Or Golden and Ingram for Warren and something. Or... potentially, you could try and get McBride. Ingram and Golden or Ingram and Sutton for McBride. You could upgrade to Kittle, but I personally think I'd rather have Warren and something. Past that, stand down. Squad looks really solid. A 10-man half PPR. Dak, Chase Brown. God, I've got so many drafts going on Underdog. I've been timing out the last handful of drafts I've had. I don't even know what to do at this point on Underdog with these teams because I haven't been watching them, so I don't need. They're drafting without me. You know, they're on auto, just kind of hammering away. I'm hoping. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm hoping that these handful of teams work out. Jeez. All right, let's hit these. I'm waiting for some trades from you guys in the Dynasty League. I don't have one live trade request yet. 10 team half PPR need a running back 2 help. Dak, Chase Brown, Pollard, Lamb, BTJ, Kittle, Debo, Worthy. Your bench is Rice, Sampson, JCM. So JCM and Pollard for one guy. Kittle, that move I said about earlier, going and getting Pollard or JCM upgraded by going from Kittle to Tyler Warren is the move to make. That's going to be my recommend of the week, bro. I'm going to probably create a video on that. That's my recommendation of the week. I got a trade proposal here. It's probably going to be awful. They usually are. Yes, this is one of the worst offers I've ever seen. You want my JJ in a dynasty. You're giving me AJ Brown, Flowers, and Davis. That is awful, bro. That's almost so bad, Aloha. I might never deal with you again. I might block you on Sleeper so you can't even communicate with me. Do not send me that trash ever again. That is disgusting. Rate my 14-man PPR 1QB. Lamar, Saquon, Bucky, Pickens, Hunter, Kelsey, JCM. That was awful. That was absolutely awful. That was disgusting. Like, what a disgusting trade offer. What do I look like? An imbecile, Aloha? An imbecile is one of the worst offers I've ever seen. AJ Brown for JJ in a dynasty in compensation. You're giving me trash. Someone outdo him and send a good offer. One that the draft, the league would be proud, or the viewers would be proud of you for. Okay. 14-man league. Lamar, Saquon, Bucky, Pickens, Hunter, Kelsey, JCM. For a 14-man league, this is good, as we just seen. So, honestly, I'm just sitting tight on JCM and Ollie Gordon, and you're just waiting. Sampson, there's no need to make any moves here. Pickens is going to be awesome. Hunter is going to be unreal. Bucky, Saquon. I'd maybe try and trade Saquon. This is not a dynasty league, right? So, Saquon into that. Bucky, Achane, Kyron, Genty, downgrade to try and move maybe Pickens up a little or Hunter up a little, but I'm not moving it. I'd throw JCM in if I needed to, but I'm not moving anything, unless the offer is amazing. I love the trade questions versus all the roster eval questions over and over. Like, this is nice, sight for sore eyes. Would you trade Travis Hunter for Egbuka? Straight up. In redraft, I think Egbuka is a little safer. In Dynasty, I think they're dead even. And honestly, in 2 leagues side by side, I'd want 1 and 1 and 1 in the other. But in redraft, Egbuka does feel a little safer. Bo Nix, Hampton, Pearsall for Hurts, Josh Jacobs. I love the trade questions. Bo Nix, Hampton, Pearsall for Hurts and Josh Jacobs. I'd rather have the Hampton side. And then I flip Pearsall. So if that's you keeping it, then I keep it. I need tacos. I'm going to have to order tacos in a minute. $10 hauler. How do you accommodate this league of 10 half PPR, 2 wide receiver, running back, 1 tight end, 1 flex? Evans, Pearsall, Neighbors, Egbuka, T-Mac, Bucky, Achane, Gibbs, Mason, Ollie, Kittle, Tyler Warren. I'm trading Kittle. You got Tyler Warren. I would have said trade Kittle for that, and you already have it. So you're going to trade Kittle. I would probably trade. I love Neighbors, Egbuka. I'm trading Kittle and Pearsall for 1 big monster, or Kittle and Evans to upgrade Evans into a top guy. Probably keep Evans if possible, but I would definitely trade Kittle and Pearsall to go huge wide receiver or running back shopping. And I don't know that you can even start a fourth running back, so you might have to. And are you saying you only start one running back? Is that what you're saying? 2 wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 1 flex? Because if so, like you got, I guess that's what you're asking me. How do you change this? If this is the case, then all you need to do is, I mean, maybe it's your quarterback that you're working on upgrading here. Who's your quarterback? 10-man happy. I don't even see your quarterback. If that's the case, if you can only start Bucky, Achane, Gibbs, only 2 of those guys, and you can only start 2 wide receivers, and I love Ibuka Neighbors. I don't even need to upgrade Ibuka. I really believe he's going to be the star. Then I guess it comes down to you are trading Kittle and Evans for a quarterback or something like that. If that's the lineup is wild, bro. I've never seen anything like that in a while. That's insane. Especially all that talent. Like, you should have bigger benches or bigger starting lineups than that with all the bench talent. Rate my squad 14 team Superflex, JD5 Bucky, Knicks, wow, McMillan Worthy, Krosky, Merritt, Golden, Bigsby. Yeah, I mean, pretty decent. Probably wait on Golden, wait on Krosky, Merritt, wait on Ollie, unless you can move Krosky, Merritt now. Like McMillan and Krosky, Merritt for just one better wide receiver or running back would work for me. That would be a move of choice for my liking. 12 team, 1 QB, running back Barkley, Hampton, Mixon. Again, same thing here, getting rid of Tyreek for, even if you got to give up something like Mixon straight up or JCM to get Tyreek into a safer vehicle, Lad McConkey or higher. And would I do the same thing of trying to trade Barkley into either Bucky, Achane, Kyron, or Genty if the person even thinks that's a downgrade? And then you're trying to upgrade something else. You can just do it straight up if you want it, I guess, if you want to get out of the Barkley game. But I think you can upgrade something pretty significantly. Maybe that's Tyreek Hill. Maybe it's Barkley for Genty, and you get a BTJ instead of Tyreek Hill or a London or something like that. So attack that. That would be my potential move of choice. And then this one, King, I appreciate you. Henderson, owner has CeeDee Lamb, McLaurin, Wilson, Monty, Bo Nix. My JSN and half and Hall for who? My JSN and Hall for who? For Hendy. I mean, I do that. Hendy and something. Also got Rice in the 11th round. JSN and Hall for Bucky, for Achane, for obviously Genty, for maybe even Kyron, if you like Kyron enough. Definitely do that for BTJ or London. JSN and Hall for, but it has to be like borderline top of round 2 or first round material. And you might even ask for players back. Like in the case of Kyron, I mean, JSN and Hall might get you Kyron and something. Genty, it'd have to be straight up. Lamb, it'd have to be straight up. JSN and Hall for BTJ, you might be able to get something back. Do I have an offer yet? No offer. No offer. Just that garbage. AJ Brown, Zay Flowers, and Ray Davis for my JJ. That's it. Not a single offer. In a 14-man league where people are begging to be in this show draft, I can't get anybody to offer a trade live on the show. Insane. Insane. Purdy, CMC, Hendy, Ollie. We got people watching right now going, if I was in your league, I'd send you a trade, Smitty. Do I mean Jefferson? What did I say? I'd rather still have Coleman. All right. 12-team, full PPR. Start 8. Purdy, CMC, Hendy, Ollie, Puka, Marv, Adunze, Tet. Adunze or Tet with CMC for another 2 players. Genty, BTJ, Genty, or Bucky, BTJ, Bucky, London, etc., etc. Easy 2 for 2 there. Or even just a 1, trade CMC for 2 players. Hey, Smitty, 12-team. Start 3 wide receivers, 1 flex. Burrow, wide receivers are Chase, Hunter, Pearsall. Running backs, Hampton, Hendy, Bowers, Diggs, Stotts. Like it. Not much to move, bro. I mean, I'm not trading any of those players other than Pearsall. And I don't know that Pearsall can get you anything on his own. You could go get an Ollie Gordon or something for Pearsall if you wanted to take a little bit of a risk on the running back play there. But other than that, I mean, you're not getting anything for Pearsall straight up that's worth anything. And I don't want you to trade those players. I like your team. Travis Hunter for Rashee Rice and Ollie Gordon. In Dynasty, I'd probably take the Rice and Gordon. In redraft, it's a little bit tempting to take it still. Yeah, I would probably say so, as long as you can weather through it. Subscriber on the website, how should I adjust the top 200 for non-PPR? It's not much of a change, bro. I would say this, Justin, the overall, positional rankings don't really change. Everybody's catching passes now. You're talking about Henry being a couple spots higher, Kyron maybe a couple spots higher on running backs, but nobody should be using the top 200. Honestly, it's kind of a crappy ranking because you're using ADP, you're using suggested rank, and top 200 is not even taking into account the sleepers and the fact that I reach a little bit here or there. So honestly, I would use the positional rankings mixed with the ADP suggested rank and go that route. Don't draft off the top 200. And that's why I don't really even create a non-PPR ranking, is because it doesn't matter. The non-positional are a morph between PPR and half PPR. And then on top of that, it's like you can't draft off top 200 rankings. You would literally be taking players out of place. You'd be missing out on values. Top 200s are just kind of a barometer of things like to look at and just get a feel of things, but do not use them to draft. I wouldn't even say use it at all. I would say use the positional rankings mixed with the suggested rank, and that's it. Plain and simple. There's no other way to look at it. I think people that draft off top 200 rankings are missing the point of what they are, and I almost feel like taking it off the website half the time because it's kind of a crap ranking. I hate to say that, but I have so many other rankings. It's not like I'm devaluing my site, but top 200 rankings are wildly hard to benefit from because the positional rankings are more of what you want to take into your draft. It's the suggested rank that's already a ADP top 200 that you're given, and then the positional rankings are all you need to sort through that suggested rank. So looking at the top 200 is not wise because it doesn't even account for anything. The positional, the amount of value difference sometimes looks like is substantial, but it's not. So I would say I follow ADP when keeping an eye on your ranks. That's how you draft. But the top 200 I would not print out to go draft in. I would use the positional. 12-man 5 pick. Dak, Achane, Hampton, K9, Sharps, Mason, Tootin, Ford, CD, Adams, Buka, Debo, Keenan Allen, Goddard. I like it. Dak, Achane, Hampton, K9, Sharps. I like that. I'd try and move Adams maybe. I like your Buka Debo enough that Adams and maybe a K9 Sharps upgrade. You could keep Sharps, upgrade K9 with Adams potentially. The two could get you a big second round type of player. That would be pretty awesome, my boy. Blake coming in strong with the super chat. Blake, appreciate your patience. 10-man PPR, 2 regular flex, QB, Knicks, running backs, Gibbs, Brown, Hampton, Blue. Chase Brown, Gibbs, Hampton, love that. Sharps, Blue, wide receivers, MHJ, Flowers, Golden. I'm trading Golden and Flowers. I'm trading MHJ and Golden, Jordan Addison and Golden. I'm just trying to get a better wide receiver, and I love Debo. So you could get a BTJ London and it's game over. Bowers in the tight end spot. Love this squad. Love the running backs. Love the quarterback. Running backs are off the hook. And Sharps waiting in the wing. Sharps and Gordon might be the guys you just wait to trade to make this move. But if you can do it now, I'm trading Golden, Addison, Flowers, MHJ, keeping Debo. So combining those wide receivers and trading them for one wide receiver. So trading 2 wide receivers for one. If you can't pull that off, then you just wait. You just wait until Sharps and Ollie Gordon gain some value, and then you do it live. Purdy, CD, JSN, Chase Brown, Marv, Rashee Rice, Pacheco, Hunter. Love the squad. Gordon could get you some value later, so you're waiting on that. Past this, I just probably hold. I don't like Purdy too much, so I'd be trying to maybe move Jordan Mason with Purdy to upgrade. I think Marv and potentially Gordon later could get you something, or maybe you just want to start Gordon, bro. Pacheco and Marv for one player now, and then start Gordon in week 1 and roll the dice that he's going to get a touchdown. Marv and Pacheco could get you maybe a London or a BTJ or something like that. So that's how I would attack that. Thank you for the super chat. And then this one here, Yo Smitty, rank my squad 12-man full PPR. Drake May, Amon-Ra, Nico, Trey, Trevion Henderson, K9, Ridley. Like the squad. Sharps is waiting in the wings. Pearsall is good trade value now. Can you get rid of Pearsall and K9 while keeping Sharps and getting something else? Maybe. Would you potentially be able to move, let's say, I don't know, Ridley and Pollard for one slightly better player, Breece Hall, Harvey, I would say like Garrett Wilson, but that's probably asking too much. Like Debo makes some sense. I love trading for Debo. Love Debo right now in redraft. Taking Rice round 11, doing it live, unbelievable, bro. That's insane. Thank you all for those super chats. I'll be back tonight. I want to leave now so I can get back in enough time to be like an hour and a half from now. It'll be a little later live stream, but we're doing a Nova or Moonman drop tonight. We're talking a player that I want everyone to make sure the final few days of fantasy football drafting and trading, we focus on a couple of these players. It'll be like a last minute focus. Appreciate all of you dropping those super chats. I apologize for the wait. This is kind of a wild wait, but we're doing it live. We're finally done with the drafting. I'll see you all tonight on the stream. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. You guys absolutely are amazing. I'm sorry about the wait on this one. We're going to go get some tacos and I'll be back. Supernova or Moonman show tonight. Don't be late. Probably a little bit past 12:30 to 1 a.m. Eastern. We'll be back. Thank you all. Don't forget, if we do come back, we'll be drafting on Underdog, promo code Smitty. Here's the link to join those drafts. I'll drop the link right now. Links in the description of the video. Underdog will match your first deposit 50% all the way up to $1,000. So we'll be drafting tonight. Hit that link. Do it live. See you all tonight. Appreciate you. Open the phone lines later tonight too.